All right. So I figured tonight we've got just over a week, just under actually 2 weeks left of this month. And I thought, there's nothing huge, like there's no big milestone maybe that you might be pushing for right now. There aren't any huge, incentives right now going around the team. There was the diamond retreat a lot of people were pushing for. There was a lot of hype with, going emerald at whatever time, this fall. And right now, I think a lot of people are they're just working toward their own goals right now. A lot of people are easygoing about, 2019 is coming and whatever is going to be is going to be. And that's awesome. And I'm kind of in the same place right now. I don't really have a huge business goal that I'm pushing for. At least I don't have a time limit on it. You know what I mean? There's not like I need to be 2-star by February or something like that. Life is kind of nuts for me right now. And this time of year is just crazy for a lot of people that I'm kind of just using it as an excuse to just do the daily things and whatever happens, happens. So if you're in that same boat, then just know that that's where I'm at also. But I thought it'd be a good time for us to talk about setting ourselves up for success for the new year, whether or not you have a big goal that you're pushing for. And when I say success, I'm not quantifying it. I'm not defining it. I mean that in your own journey, whatever success looks like for you, I just want to make sure that you're not holding yourself back in the last 2 weeks of this year just by staying comfortable or just by staying small and thinking now's not a great time to work on myself because things are crazy. Because that's the time that you really need to root into what matters to you, because now is when people are looking at you and deciding in 2019, who do I want leading me? Is it the person that pushed pause on their journey and they're starting over in 2019? Or do I want the person who's showing up right now when things are hard and when things are crazy? Because I know I need that reliability and I need that person who's going to be my rock, because I need leadership. And there are leaders like that. So they're able to make that decision. So I wanted to regroup and remind everybody that before anybody else needs to enter your life as a coach, before you have anyone on board your team as a coach or you sign up challengers, if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not doing your job and you're doing all of your girls a disservice. Because I heard this quote the other day and it just inspired the frick out of me. And it's, the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. And if you're at a place right now where you're kind of just jogging along, you're kind of committed to fitness, you don't give a crap about nutrition, that's on you. That's fine. You get to either enjoy the fruits of your labor or you're going to suffer, poor choices and whatever it is that's in your lane. But when you take on the responsibility of coaches on your team or challengers, they're going to follow what you're doing. They're not going to listen to what you say. They're going to emulate what you're doing because they've already shown you that they think of you as a leader. So if you're leading in a way that reflects that you don't really care about your journey, they're not going to stick around, and you're going to find out 2-3 months from now, they're going to be the people that fall off the bandwagon, after the honeymoon stage of New Year's resolutions wears off, because you've already demonstrated to them that this isn't that important to you either. So they're going to adopt those beliefs and feelings too. So I just wanted to say, if you're not committed to your own journey, and that includes sharing it on social media, because that's what you do as an online fitness coach, you document it, no one's going to trust you with their journey. So it's your journey first, and then everyone else can follow. So I want you to think of your business as a storefront. And I feel like I talked about this recently and I don't remember where, but I'm going to repeat it anyways. And I want you to, I'm going to use notes, sorry. If you only show up sporadically, whether that means that you only log 1 or 2 workouts a week, or you only show that you're drinking Shakeology maybe once a week, once every other week, and maybe you're doing these things regularly, but you're not showing people that you're doing them consistently, because there's a difference. No one number one, they're either not going to be aware that you have a business, period, or 2, if they are aware, they're going to go down the street to the person who does show up at their business every single day because they take care of their customers. They have reliable business hours. They know when they're open, when they're closed. They know that they take care of their, that they manage their business, that they're reliable, and that they know the value of what they have in that store. So I want you guys to remember the value of what you have to offer and the incredible power that all of these gifts we have to give people are. And if we're not out there recognizing the worth by using them ourselves, by sharing our story using them, no one else is going to get it. And you can't be mad if people don't get it, because it starts with us. And it's the same way if down the road you have coaches in your downline and your coaches aren't hitting their goals and your coaches aren't bringing in volume or they're not hitting ranks, always go back to you. Always look back at leadership and think, what am I doing that's inspiring these people to do the things I want them to do? If you have a challenge group and people aren't logging, what are some things I can do better before I get frustrated with wherever they're at in their journey? Sometimes in challenge groups, you might be logging your workouts, you might be logging your shakes every day, and you still have zero engagement. I've been there. It's frustrating as hell. But a lot of the times I'll look at my engagement and I think I could be doing this a lot better. Or I need to be having some one-on-one conversations with my girls. Don't always be so quick to put the blame on this isn't working because they're just at a different place in their life right now, or this isn't working because no one wants to spend this much money on Shakeology. Are you actually showing the people the value of what you're drinking? Are you confident about the way you talk about it? Or is it just not even a part of your agenda where people don't realize you actually drink it every day? They just think that you're selling them a bag of $100+ superfoods. I'd be freaked out buying something like that too if I didn't know you were using it every day. So just remember that you need to take it as seriously as you want your customers to take it, because no one's going to care about it like you do. So if you want them to match your level of consistency or your level of interest or commitment, whatever it is, if they're going to meet you there, that's great, but you better hope that you're setting a really good standard too. I have notes, but I'm not really going off of them. All right. There was something really cool that inspired me the other day that I thought would be a cool exercise for us to do as a team. And we can unmute ourselves when we talk about it. But for now, I want to just take a couple minutes and I'm going to ask you some questions and you can write them down as we go if you want, or I can just read them all off. You write them down and I give you like 5 minutes. So we'll take it year by year. My first question for you, because I want to make this upcoming year meaningful to you and I want you to be very intentional with every single thing that you do. Number one, what program are you committed to right now? So if you're doing a program right now, write it down. If you want to write down how far you are in that program, that's awesome too, because I kind of want to talk about this together. So the more info you have to guide conversation, that'd be awesome. Oh, Lauren, I can't see your face, but I'm glad that you're chiming in. Okay, Lauren's doing 21 Day Fix. Awesome. And then my other question, if you're not actually committed to a program right now, which I feel like everyone here might be, I can't assume, but I think you all are, you're doing stuff. Week 1, amazing. And Taryn just crushed Live 4. All right, so if you're not committed to a program, this can be for people catching the replay too. I want them to think about this also. What program will you commit to tomorrow? Tonight's a Thursday, tomorrow's a Friday. I don't care if Friday's your day one. I don't want you to become someone who is comfortable waiting for Monday for absolutely everything. I don't want you to be someone who has to wait for a Monday, who has to wait for the first of the month, who has to wait for the new year, because those people don't make their dreams come true. They don't. They're comfortable waiting. If you're comfortable waiting on your goals one more day, they're not inspiring enough. You need to get new goals. Let's check out this chat quick. Heck yeah, Taryn. Look at you guys. You guys should totally chat with each other about 21 Day Fix and see how that's going. Or we can talk about it now. I already mentioned this, but I don't want you to wait until the new year to start a program. I don't want you to wait until the new year to talk about a meal plan or to talk about a new challenge group you're running, because people are looking for motivation and support, because this is one of the hardest times of the year for people to stay on track. It's been hard for me. My nutrition has been so bad. And I try to be transparent though, so people know what they're getting into with me. They know I love fitness and they know I struggle with nutrition. So we can kind of help each other there. But I don't preach that I'm perfect at it, string people along and then say, oh, you follow a meal plan, but I'm not going to. I'm very honest with my people. But it's a hard time of year to stay on track. And I want you to make your lifestyle and your presence on social media very clear to people that this is something that you don't just do seasonally. It's not something that you just flip on and off. This is something you do consistently. And whether that means that you hit it hard with 80-day obsession or you're doing lift four times a week, at least show people that this is something you care about enough to make work for whatever lifestyle you're leading right now. Because if you show people that, they'll be able to see themselves in your story and they'll be more likely to say yes to whatever you have to offer them. Okay, my second thing I want us to think about, I would love you to write down 3 goals that you have for your personal journey in 2019. So don't think about yourself as a fitness coach. Don't think about yourself making money doing this or building a team. Think about Kaylee, Jayla, Lauren, Taryn. Lauren applies to 2 of you, so I only said it once. Whether that means self-love or personal growth, anything in your relationships, or maybe you want to get more into meditation or journaling. It could also be PD or personal development, because that's something that I'd recommend to you whether you're a coach or not, honestly. It could be nutrition or your own fitness journey. But think of yourself as this independent woman. Before anyone else comes into the picture, what are 3 things that you want to make happen for yourself in 2019?
You said they could be anything, just not business related, right?
It can be fitness related. Sorry, I don't want it to be related to like your challenge groups or your challengers. Like,
yeah, so not just business, but anything.
Right.
Else.
Yep. Yeah. We're gonna move on, and you guys can think about it in a second too. But I just want to get these all out so we can think about them. And then, in similar fashion, 3 goals that you have for your business in 2019. This can be monetary. This could be a new paycheck that you want to be earning every single week that you can rely on hitting direct deposit on a Thursday. This could be, I want to hit Success Club 5 every single month in 2019, or I want to hit Success Club 10 in 2019 every single month. Maybe you want to add 3 coaches to your team in, January, February, or you want to be Emerald by February, or you want to be Diamond by March, or whatever it is. It can be anything. Even followers on Instagram, or I'm thinking of a lot of quantifiable things because business that's the nature of it. If we think outside the box, maybe you have a team name for yourself and your downline that you've dreamt up and that you officially are going to run with in 2019. Or a vision board. That puppy. I love that puppy. I love that puppy. Do you love your puppy? Oh my goodness, these are awesome. I'm going to read them out loud if anyone's not reading the chat. But so Lauren C is more self-love and journaling, staying committed to eating better and gaining more confidence. I love all of those. I support you in all of those. I definitely would take some notes from you in doing those things. Taryn, eat healthier, get more regular sleep, strengthen core. Those are awesome too. Lauren, hit diamond this year. That's amazing. I had my diamond headband on. I changed it. Taryn, a 1-year membership of some 3 months and 1 6-month collab on hosting a challenge group with another coach. Help lead at least one other chronic. That's amazing. Taryn, if you want to unmute yourself, I have a couple questions we can talk about right now if you want to, because some things come to mind. When you're offering this opportunity to change their minds, their bodies, and transform themselves with you as their coach, how does that conversation go when people ask, like, what's the cost or something? Do people just ask you and then you just give them all the options? How does that process go for you?
Been trying to offer the 2-week free membership, but not many people even take me up on that.
Really?
Yeah, I've just been stuck. Like, and I keep trying to check back in with people, and then they kind of ghost me.
That's really, shoot. Before you try to offer those things to them, do you already have a program in mind for them, or is that a later step?
First we kind of talk about what they like to do. Like, I kind
Mhm.
of get to know them on a more personal level. We
Perfect.
talk about hobbies. So then I suggest, like, oh, we have dance or we have yoga. Since you're working on that already, like, you can build in this program.
Cool. I'm trying to think. When I hosted a free group in February that you were a part of, the Self Love
Hmm.
Project, so was Jayla, the Self Love Project, um, it was very common for me to tell people about the 2-week free trial. A lot of people took me up on it. And then a few, whatever, weren't involved in any kind of fitness. But I think the success that I've had with selling challenge packs is that because you want to sell a 1-year membership, and a really affordable way to get a few things is to do the year of bod and Shakeology, because for an extra $60 you get shakes. It's a huge deal for them. I don't offer the free week trial. I don't offer the quarterly membership or that 6-month membership. I right off the bat show them the value of the challenge packs, and I show them the tier of challenge packs. I've never actually offered the $400 something one because I have a self limiting belief in myself that no one wants to buy it, so why even bring it up, because that's ridiculous money to me. But I show them the middle and the bottom one, so like 220 and 160 for just like the general bod memberships. And if people give me price objections from there, then I knock it down, and I kind of get a feel for what they really need and what maybe they can live without. But I think if it might be a confidence thing
Hmm.
for you too, is knowing the value of what you have, because how often do you lead off with the challenge pack?
Never. And
I'm
something needs to change. So I think I'll try that now.
I am so excited to see if there is a shift in, because it would be such an easy goal to just check off before 2019 even, if you just change the way that you approach people, because if you don't give them the option, they can't say yes to it.
Mhm.
So I think that I am gonna challenge you to just start off with the challenge
All right.
pack.
I got it. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you can do this. Yeah. Jayla's gonna do, oh, I love it, daily devotional. The one I'm reading, haven't been good at reading it daily, but the 100 Days to Brave, I think her name is Annie Downs that wrote that one. That one's really brief. It's rooted in scripture because it starts with a piece of scripture every day, but it's very real life applied to just a modern woman, just because it talks about bravery and different ways that you can challenge yourself to grow as a person. And just if anyone else is looking for one, that's the one I've loved. Have you already picked one out, or are you looking?
I'm looking a little bit. I downloaded one off of She Reads Truth. That is, oh, what is it? No, I don't remember what it was, but I downloaded it yesterday. The 100 Days to Brave, is that written in first person from God's point of view, like Jesus calling?
No.
Okay, good, because I
It
hate
is straight up Annie talking. It's all Annie.
I don't like that, so I'm not a fan of Jesus calling. People always like recommend that one, and I'm like, don't like that. So I'll have to check that one out too.
It's cool. It's probably the opposite side of the spectrum, because you almost forget it's about Jesus. Kind of. I mean, she mentions God, but it's a very like, we're talking as girlfriends. We're talking about God way over here, but so I'd try it out. Maybe I'll send you a couple pictures of pages in mine just so you can see if you like the feel of it.
That'd be super helpful.
I can
I'm
do.
really picky when it comes to Devos.
Yeah. Also, when you say more consistency in your daily business, does anyone else feel like that's something they want to work on? Because I do. Have you guys heard of IPAs, not the beer? It stands for income producing activities. Joelle's probably talked about it in team calls. So that, the vital behaviors, yes, if you want to call them that too, but like sharing your story on social media, it's great. It builds consistency. But what really gets you income growth, if that's something you're looking for, income producing, hence, you have to invite people. You have to do something with the information you've given them. So giving them opportunities to connect with you on that information that you've given. So inviting, another income producing activity. Let me think. I'm trying to think of like a directly impacting one. But long story short, my point is, Lacey Shamian is a coach on Misfit Republic. She and I are pretty tight, and we are business partners because I thought it'd be cool to have someone outside of my downline just so we can feed off each other's teams. I've guest spoke on one of her team calls, and I'd love to have her on one of ours on a Thursday night too. And she has a daily throughout the week 6 a.m. Zoom call with her girls, and they call it the morning IPAs or something fun like that. And they are either on there doing their PD on Zoom or they're working out. But either way, at 6 a.m., they all show up, this group that's committed to this. And I've mentioned it to a few of you guys, and I've kind of played around with the idea of doing just like a set thing. And I would put it right in the top of Team Hustle and Heart, or I'd tuck it somewhere that you can get to it right away. And it'll always be the same Zoom call. And if you decide that day, I need a 6 a.m. sweat like really bad, that's where you'd go, and you'd be able to see our faces just like this, except hopefully like times 10 or something. And we'd either be working out like we did Saturday, which was so much fun, or someone would be like drinking their coffee and doing PD and snuggling their cat or their dog or something like that. Do you want to do that with me? Yeah? Okay. And I know we're not all the same time zone. Majority of us are just Kaylee. Yes. Kaylee would be at 7 a.m. because I'd probably do it Central Standard Time because the majority of us are there. 7 a.m. rocks. Yes. Okay. Well, that's it. I'll create that and we'll do it. Where did I put my phone? I had something else maybe I wanted to talk about. That would be only available to Team Hustle and Heart coaches. Oh, Lauren. That's okay, because I think that, okay, Lauren, were you on our team Saturday, like our team call thing? Okay, I thought you might been. I want to do that every weekend too, like a random 8 a.m. or 7:30 or whatever. That way it's just another opportunity for girls who can't get on the weekly ones to still have that cool community sense of, working out together. Okay, I'm getting a thumbs up. Awesome. I'll do that too. I'll set it up and I'll make sure that there's a post so it's visible for everyone. Another note though, I asked you guys to write down a bunch of things. I have one more thing I want you to write down, and then I'll keep it very brief, but it's gonna be a thinker, I think. I've already got my word, but I'm gonna ask you guys to brainstorm. If you could define the next 12 months, if you could dream up what you want 2019 to represent, what word would you give it? And I won't tell you my word until you've thought of yours because I don't want to sway you. But another coach friend of mine loves the word speed. And we laughed about it like, okay, you're nuts because you're thinking of Addie or some shit. but it was the quote, the speed of the leader, the speed of the pack. And that really inspired her. And I thought, okay, that's a cool one. And I thought of mine. But has anyone thought of this before, or is this a brand new thing?
I actually texted my husband while I was at work today. I was like, what do you want your word of the year to be? And so we have brainstormed one each individually and then one for our marriage too.
Pregnant.
That is on our vision board. So that is one. So yeah.
That's cool. I love that. Is anyone else thinking about it right now, or is this something that you have to sleep on? I thought I wrote down some ideas just to get people's minds going. Speed was a friend of mine. Oh, Lauren, the feels. Lauren sees is beginning. She's a brand new coach on our team. Oh my goodness, I love that. And maybe some of you guys can relate. She hates her job. She can't. Kaylee, that's my word. Oh my God, I hate how twinny we are.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, my word, I wrote it down. My word is abundance.
I'm so dead.
That's our marriage word. Jayla too. Maybe that's just okay. It's like the Chinese New Year's, like the year of the dragon, the year of the tiger. Our team is just gonna be the year of abundance. All of us. Man, that's cool. I'll try to think of a backup word just so I have another one that's just mine. I love that word.
You know what Chris and mine are personally too.
Wow.
So abundance is our like marriage one, and then his individually is confidence, and then mine individually is free.
Wow. I bet that means all kinds of things to you.
So many.
That's awesome. Taryn, Lauren R. Do we get to hear from you? I don't know.
Yeah, I just shared mine. I would probably say happening.
Oh,
It's all
wow. I
happening
just
this
saw
year.
I just saw that. I love that. I don't want to remain stagnant. And you won't, because that's how you feel. That's amazing. Okay, buzzwords. Can we give Lauren buzzwords or anyone catching the recording? Because like things that come to mind that don't relate to me, but I could see being inspiring would be like movement or energy, joyful, bold. I want to hear you guys.
Motivating.
Motivating. I love this. This is fun. Now I want everyone else to comment on this video when it's uploaded what their words are. I love this exercise. I'm glad I asked you guys. This is so exciting to me. This is all of the notes that I had for tonight's call just to get good conversation going. Q&A time, after party time. Want to chat? I'm going to end the recording. #FOMO. Bye, guys.